back at it again. Look at this sweet little guy I built. Front flip, oh, the carnage. Nice. Whatever. Hey guys, we're back with the Gravedigger Part 2, I guess we'll call it. I didn't, well, I'll just get on with what we got going on here. Here's all the gas stuff. I didn't film this mainly because they really have a really nice video on taking the engine out of a Raminator on Primal's site, so I didn't bother making another one. Not much point doing that. So you got your pipe and the throttle servo here, fuel tank obviously, air filter, and this cool little case inducted 49cc motor. Nice 3-fiber clutch in there, eh? Instead of just a 2, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna box this stuff up. And there's the gas harness, wiring harness with the killer bee and on-off switch and all that stuff. And there's a couple of miscellaneous bolts that I didn't end up needing that go with this for whoever wants to make it gas again. So we're gonna box that stuff up right here. And then we'll get on to what's been done to the digger. Okay, so we got the motor in, or I got the motor in, and it's sitting up there with everything that come in the kit. I wanted to dry fit, make sure everything was going to fit with what was supplied to us. I can take this out right now. I'll go through what I need to do to that in a minute. And the biggest thing as far as this part of it goes, a couple of the bolts that they supplied with the kit from Johnny Crash Racing GCR, these were too short, so I just put the original ones back in. Not a big deal. I'm gonna have to reroute the throttle or the rear brake cable underneath the battery tray. I don't want it over there, so to do that I have to disconnect it from the servo and then I'll just remount it underneath. The motor assembly and everything went together really well. A little bit cumbersome getting the rear mount to line up the way they want it. You kind of have to eyeball the positioning of it to get the motor to slide in and then get these bolts attached here, and it's really tight on the motor to slide it back and forth, but I got it there. Had a little help from one of my chums who stopped by yesterday. So all in all, the motor come out, like I said. Primal has a really nice video for removing. You just undo the plate, all the bolts on this side, so this plate comes loose, and then the gas motor comes out. It was harder to get out than it was putting the electric one in. And then JCR has a nice video on setting up the spacing for the motor adapter so the gears line up, and they're precise. The fitment is just incredible. Like I said, the hardware, some of it is not right, but well, we can cut bolts, that's no big deal. So I just gotta clean up this mess that I got going on here. Tools all over the place. Get this bench all cleared up. You can get a better look at it there. And then I can start getting other fitments in. I think what I'm gonna do here too is, as far as the battery tray goes, I don't like the way it's gonna sit here. Once the batteries are in it, they're gonna come against these bolts here. So I think I'm gonna fab up a piece of aluminum. So I got a backing shelf for the batteries to lean up against. That'll be nothing to make. And then here, as far as the ESC goes, like we were saying, there's no venting underneath for where the cooling fins are on the Max4. So Dennis doesn't want me to drill into his carbon fiber, so I'm going to make probably get some 3/16 aluminum plates and mount underneath it to make a little standoff for him. Get some air underneath it to cool. All right, we'll carry on with this process. All right, so we've got our QS8 soldered on. I also mounted the OTA for fire up here shortly. I just put it on some Velcro so we can pop it off once we get the tune into it. Strange that Hobbywing still to this day sends this adapter, and it's doesn't have one end that plugs into the actual ESC. You got to use your own. I don't know what they want you to do with this setup. Somebody could explain that to me. And we got our 3mm standoff here, so we can get some air underneath into those fins there. So that's awesome. Just out of some flat stock, just cut a couple of pieces, and then this is the angle iron for the standoff for the batteries to sit nicely in here. Let me just grab a battery. So you can see now they fit right in beautiful here and don't hit here. I'm not really sure why JCR wants this battery tray removable. It obviously now cannot come off because the eyelets won't come over the rubber bushings. So we could just cut the ends off right here and then it would be able to come out, but I'm not too sure what's up with why that is made removable. So now you can see I'm on to wiring. I'm going to loom all this up nice and make a new harness. That'll take me an hour or two, and then we'll fire it up. Got some nice Dennis Anderson green and black, and then some bigger loom for once it gets connected and coming to the back. And we got our lights wired up on a separate battery in the RX, same as it would have been with the gas setup, so you could turn your lights on, but this is just a 4.9 volt, just 6 volts here, and then bring the wires in. And I'm gonna have to label each one of them because they'll be in a harness, so it'll make it easier for somebody else if they purchase the vehicle or whatever. All right, we'll check in when we get close to fire up. All right, Model 3. Fire that one up over there too. Okay, this is initial start. See if we got anything goes up in smoke here. We got steering. We got throttle, but it's in reverse. So cool. Okay. No smoke, Dennis. Cool. We got her going. Wiring's all done, neatened up. And there you go, buddy. It's all good. And here we go. Downloading the app. Updating it anyways from what mine used to be. Other settings. No. I don't want to bore you with this. I'll get back to you once I get the motor rotation figured out. Well, there we go. She's a running beast. I just had to reverse the throttle in the Futaba. She's good to go. There's your Hobby Wing telemetry. Sings a goer, holy moly. Now we'll see if we can get a road test in. Okay, something's missing in here. Buddy Aaron came to give me a hand to get this thing fired up. I'm gonna grab the body, Aaron. You down?
No.
In there now, you just done a bit of an angle there. Yeah. There you go. See in here, the drivers are holding. The driver rests right on top of the center crossbar. Oh, your front didn't line up?
No, it was, but it popped out.
Okay. Seems to be okay there now. Yeah. Headlights on?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, you think you're man enough to put it on the ground?
I think so, maybe.
All right, let's do that before I turn it on. Oof. Wild, eh? That's just insane. Well, that's different without any noise, eh? Man, it seems to hit hard. We'll just do a little burn, Dennis. Don't worry. I'm not going to hurt it. That's much nicer without any noise, though, I'll tell you that. Just a quick little burn, Aaron. They're not fully charged batteries anyways. Oof. Oh, that's wild, eh? That's only on 8S too, guys. That's freaky, man. Had to make sure the camera was still on. Oh yeah. She's got lots of jam. Just on 8S. I can't believe people are putting 12 and 16S to this thing. All right. Oh, there you go, Dennis. I hope you have fun. Well, that was cool. This has been a really cool build. Went pretty well as expected, except there was no, I was expecting a few more hiccups in it. Went really well. Very impressed just on 8S, how well it works. Can't imagine these guys that are running it on 16S, 12S. I'd like to have a little more time with it, but it's going to back to London. It's a 10-hour drive tomorrow, or Saturday morning, Friday morning, and that's it. She's good to go. Very impressed. Felt like driving my LMT, the torque twist and everything. Just can't believe you just touch the throttle and it wheelies just on 8S. It's incredible. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I really did. Once in a lifetime opportunity to do one of these. Who knows? Maybe I'll get one of these one day. Hey, Dennis? Peace out.